Hi everyone, I hope everyone had a good week of training. My week went alright considering some factors that some of which were in my control and some of which weren't. So the first factor that was in my control was that I didn't get much sleep, and it's the dumbest reason in the world, but I listened to a podcast, it was a Joe Rogan podcast with Henry Rollins, and he was talking about how he didn't sleep much and he was always up and full of energy, and I was like, I'll try not sleeping, or try sleeping for 5 hours or 6 hours or whatever, and it really messed me up for a couple days, and it just wasn't a smart idea, and it's not even a good reason to do that kind of thing. So I need to really focus on getting more sleep, and I can talk about the benefits of that in a second once I get through my whole week. But I also got sick slightly, not as bad as the last time I got sick. Last time I got sick, I got the plague and laid on my couch and sit. I laid on my couch and watched how bricks were made on a PBS special for about 12 hours, trying not to pass out as I was feeling like garbage. But this one's just like a regular old cold. The worst thing is that my nose is just kind of running all the time, so I'm sniffling all the time, and it's rather annoying because I'm feeling alright as long as I'm on cold medicine, but my nose is just runny perpetually from the cold itself. And my week of training still went fine because the cold didn't really hit until I would say yesterday and the day before with it. And being even smarter, so this was another factor that was 100% my control. I went to work out on yesterday, because today's Saturday, Friday night, and I had my caffeine before, I got my food before. I didn't take any cold medicine because no reason, I just forgot. So I'm at the gym, I'm committed to working out. I feel alright because I had some caffeine. I felt better on the drive there, but then as I started working out, I progressively felt worse, and I had squats, and what I had planned was 350 pounds for 3 sets of 8, and I didn't actually think, even if I felt good, I didn't actually think I was going to do 3 sets of 8, but I wanted to do 1 set of 8 and then see if perhaps I could do 2, but I wanted to do higher rep stuff, so I put that down. That was kind of my goal, is that higher reps with 350. I managed to do all my warm-up sets, and I did 350, I did 3 reps, and I stopped, and I just did 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, I forget exactly, but I didn't do more than 3 reps that day, and I just felt like crap. I did like 2 things. I think I did that and overhead press, and that I lowered the reps on that too because I just felt like garbage. I just was really fatigued from just being sick and being an idiot, not taking cold medicine. But fast forward to this morning, or this afternoon actually, I worked out again because that's what I do. I work out all the time. I took my cold medicine, I had some coffee or black tea, I had caffeine, cold medicine, and some food, went in, and I felt great. I actually felt really good. I did push press the first thing I did, and I just tried a squat just because I wanted to see how it felt. So I did a squat, and I had no pain in my IT band, no pain at all. And when I was squatting yesterday, my IT band hurt, my knees hurt, anything you could imagine hurt. Like my left knee hurt, which never hurts. So that's when I knew something was up. I was like, wow, this is like, I felt like garbage in every possible sense. But I did a squat with the bar and it felt good. Threw some weight on, did like 5 reps with 135, felt good. But then I did small incremental jumps. Normally I go 135 to 225, 275, onward and so forth with it. But I did 135, 185, 225, 245, 275, all the way up to 325, because I think I did 275, 305, and then 325. And I did all pause reps, and they were moving well enough. They were moving how they should have moved the previous day, and I felt mad. Like I wasn't happy. They were good reps, and but 325 might be some sort of PR. I don't know if I've ever done more than that pause for that many reps, but with how they were feeling, I was really frustrated because I wanted to do that yesterday so I could do different stuff today. But I ended up, that was the tops that I did. I did 3 reps with 325, and I moved on to some snatch stuff. But I felt really good in my workout, relatively speaking. I still had a runny nose, but like energy-wise, I felt fine, which is really frustrating. But I'm going to go in tomorrow, so this weekly update I suppose is early because I generally don't do anything noteworthy on Sundays. But tomorrow when I go in, I definitely want to be doing some bench stuff. I definitely want to do some deadlift stuff, and then if I add some other stuff in, that just depends how I feel with that. Because I assume my nose will still be runny, but I assume that with another good night's sleep, with some more cold medicine before I go work out and some caffeine, that I'll be good to go. But we'll see about that. I'm not tied to that, but I definitely want to get some more work in and get closer to what volume I had planned for the week, because I definitely should have been able to. But definitely next week I'll be trying to get a lot more sleep consistently and stay on the cold medicine until symptoms subside with that, and keep going with that. But considering that I was still able to go in and still able to get some work done, because normally when I feel like complete garbage, I would just leave. Something when I was in college, I would just leave, and that was a lot more convenient when you could just walk back to your dorm, or you drive 2 minutes back to your apartment and you didn't have to worry about that. But when I drive 20 minutes to go to the gym, I'm committed to being here at least for a little bit, because I don't feel like driving 20 minutes going, oh, I feel bad, and then driving 20 minutes back, because then I would just feel even worse because I did absolutely nothing with that. But considering that I'm sick, I'm very happy with the amount of volume I was still able to get in this week, and that I'll be able to get in tomorrow with that. And I'm hoping I'm able to get fully recovered for next week. I believe next week will be my 3rd week of my cycle, and I'm hoping I'll be just recovered in the sense where I'm not sick towards the end of that week, where I can do some not maxes out, but like try to go for a rep PR of some sort. I probably won't be doing the 405 that I was thinking a little bit about before. I'll probably try to do 385 or 390 and try to do it for more than 3 reps, and then bench press, try to do 285 for more than 2. And then deadlift to 565, probably that same thing. And that all depends. I mean, if I start to get more of the black plague, then I may put that off and just try to get as much as I can before I do another deload. I'm not tied to doing another max rep thing or whatever with that. So it just depends how I feel with that, because I'm not going to try to do it if I feel like garbage, because then I just won't be able to do more, and it won't really be worth it, because I'll just feel even worse, because I'll just be completely burnt out with that. But I may be sounding a little energetic now because I've been drinking I had some black tea, and now I have some coffee, because I love me some caffeine, especially when I'm sick. It definitely helps with that. So I don't know if that's a pro tip from Gym of Life, is drink some coffee when you're sick. The caffeine helps. I think that, along with cold medicine, does definitely help, but it doesn't help my runny nose, even though it says it's a nasal decongestant, I think. So maybe that's making my nose more runny when I take the cold medicine. Maybe I should stop and then have it all congested up, so I can just have it all sucked up in there. That doesn't sound any better with that. But there isn't really too much noteworthy to talk about this week. My conventional, that would be the last thing I mentioned, is that my conventional deadlifts, conventional deficit deadlifts, felt kind of odd, and that's because I hadn't really done them in chucks in a while. So I definitely want to do all my deficit work, or deadlift deficit work, in my chucks, so I can get used to pulling deadlifts in a normal way and not being leaned forward as much as I would be if I was using my Olympic shoes, and kind of getting used to that, because I think that was one of the issues with the 565 when I did it before, is that I was getting in a bad position and just putting it all into my back when I need to get more of it in my legs. And that's the point of doing the deficits, is getting my legs into the deadlift motion a little bit more. But the next video that I want to do is the form focus video, and I'm not sure which one I will be doing with that, but it was an idea that floated around my head for that sort of video, and that was something that I got from watching Calgary Barbell. And if you don't know them, I'll put a link to them down below, but they're a really good YouTube channel, and what they always do once a week, they call it Form Check Friday, and I think they actually post it on Saturdays now. But what they do is they take clips that are sent in and then give them tips about their form and whatnot, and they'll do it for any lift with that. And that's something that I don't want to do it for other people, because I'm not an expert, and I don't want to be giving people advice that's just based on my own uninformed opinion. I don't even have any of those fancy certifications, but that could be something I would consider in the future. But for now, for that sort of thing, what I think I'll do every couple weeks, because I've been focusing on like one lift, whether it's a squat, bench, or deadlift, or whatever it is, like one specific lift for that. But every once in a while I'll do all my lifts and do kind of a longer video where I'm doing more of a mechanical analysis, where it's just like a voiceover or something. And that was kind of the idea I was thinking with that. So just because I talk about it in general and I show clips of it, but perhaps every once in a while, or perhaps every week, if suddenly everyone likes those kind of videos, but to really just dive in and kind of go, slow motion if I can, and do different things like that to look at the precise mechanics of what I'm doing and what I need to fix and what I'm working on and what's working, not working, and what breaks down, and different things like that. So those would probably be a longer form video. I don't know if I would actually be able to look at every one of my different lifts, but I could pick one like snatch analysis and look at my snatch and the different things that I'm working on and seeing whether they're working or not working, and kind of go more in depth than just me sitting here talking about them and then throwing a clip of it beside me with that. So perhaps if that's something that you'd be interested in, let me know down below, and that could be something that I could cook up at some point. The only issue is that those are would be more time intensive to do, and I don't know how feasible that would be to do a lot, especially during the school year, but it could be something I could do every once in a while during the school year, and then more in the summer once I have more time. But it's just an idea that's floating around my head with that. But let me know what you think about this video, the things I talked about, and also the idea that I floated around towards the end down below, and any other thoughts or comments that you may have. And as always, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.